In modern warfare, patience can be the most lethal weapon. Recently, Russian intelligence executed a surgical operation with chilling patience. They didn't strike when Ukraine's air defense systems were on high alert. Instead, Russia waited. They waited for the perfect psychological and tactical moment. The exact second a fresh batch of high-value NATO supply jets touched down on a Ukrainian tarmac. As the tires of these multi-million-dollar fighter jets made contact with the asphalt, and the pilots breathed a sigh of relief, thinking they were safe, disaster struck from the shadows. Russia's fifth-generation stealth fighter, the Sukhoi Su-57, was already lurking within firing range. Within seconds, the airbase erupted into a sea of fire. How did this tactical trap catch Ukraine off guard? And why did NATO's advanced radar networks fail to detect the approach of the felon? Let's dive deep into the shadow war over Ukraine's skies. Before a single missile is ever launched, a mission like this is won or lost in the realm of intelligence. For months, Russian military reconnaissance had been heavily monitoring Ukrainian logistics, mapping out the specific air bases capable of housing advanced Western-supplied aircraft. Ukraine and its NATO allies have been highly adaptive. They frequently utilize a strategy known as dispersal, constantly moving aircraft between different auxiliary bases and civilian runways to keep Russia guessing. But Russia has eyes in the sky. Through a combination of military surveillance satellites, high-altitude drones, and human intelligence networks on the ground, Moscow knew the exact flight paths and arrival timetables. But why wait for them to land? Why not intercept them in the air? The answer lies in military efficiency. Engaging agile fighter jets in a dogfight is risky and unpredictable. Catching them on the ground, especially during the vulnerable moments of landing, taxiing, and refueling, is a guaranteed kill sentence. It is a brutal, calculated tactic of maximum impact with minimum risk. To execute a high-stakes mission inside heavily defended airspace, Russia didn't deploy standard fourth-generation jets like the Su-35. They brought out their crown jewel, the Sukhoi Su-57, codenamed Felon by NATO. The Su-57 is built with advanced stealth technology. Its fuselage uses specialized composite materials and angular geometry designed to absorb and deflect radar waves. This makes it incredibly difficult for Ukraine's Soviet legacy radars, and even NATO's airborne AWACS patrolling the borders, to get a solid lock. More importantly, the Su-57 didn't need to fly directly over Ukraine's lethal Patriot missile batteries. The Felon utilizes what military experts call standoff attack capabilities. Operating deep within the safety of Russian airspace, the Su-57 can launch long-range, low-observable tactical cruise missiles such as the Kh-69. The jet remains an invisible ghost, while its weapons do the dirty work. The trap was sprung. Russian command received the confirmation. The target jets had entered their final approach and successfully landed at the designated Ukrainian airbase. The pilots were likely shutting down their engines, expecting a routine post-flight check. They had no idea that death was traveling toward them at supersonic speeds. With a clinical command, the Su-57 pilot released the payload. The cruise missiles dropped to an ultra-low altitude, hugging the terrain just meters above the ground to weave beneath Ukraine's radar horizons. Boom! The first impact tore through the base's fuel storage depots, sending a massive shockwave across the tarmac. Secondary explosions immediately followed, accurately striking the hardpoints and hangars where the newly arrived aircraft were being unhitched. There was no time for evacuation, no time to scramble to the skies. The prized Western assets, which took months of geopolitical negotiation to secure, were reduced to twisted, burning wreckage in a matter of minutes. The runway was cratered, rendering the entire strategic base useless. This strike achieved far more than just destroying hardware and concrete. It sent a chilling psychological message from the Kremlin directly to Brussels and Washington. Russia wanted to demonstrate that no matter how advanced the Western aid is, and no matter how secretly it is delivered, they can find it, track it, and eliminate it. For the SU-57, this operation serves as a loud answer to Western critics who have long doubted the combat readiness and stealth capabilities of Russia's fifth-generation fighter. Now, Ukraine faces a grim reality. Their skies remain heavily contested, and the bases they once considered safe havens are well within the crosshairs of Russia's Phantom fleet. As the air war intensifies, Kyiv and NATO must rapidly overhaul their defensive strategies or risk watching their remaining air power vanish before it even gets a chance to fight. What are your thoughts on Russia's waiting tactic and the deployment of the Su-57? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth military analysis. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next briefing.